When Ford unveiled the Maverick back in 2020, a lot of people were very skeptical as to what this truck was going to be. They were like, well, you're bringing back a historic name that was on cars and now you're making it into a truck. And not just any truck, a mini truck. A lot of people were very skeptical about it. They were like, this isn't going to work. This is going to flop. This is not going to be good. It's going to be trash. But boy, were they wrong. This thing is awesome. I mean, the Maverick is a great little truck, specifically for anybody that's looking to have a truck, just not have the size of an F-150 or even the Super Duties. They want something small. They want something basically that they could daily drive while still having a bed. And that's what the Maverick is. I mean, yeah, I guess you can go out and throw your comments. Oh, it's an Escape with a truck body. Oh, it's this and that, whatever. The fact of the matter is the truck is capable, and it's a good little truck. It gets great gas mileage and it could do good work. I mean, for a lot of pool companies and whatnot, they love these trucks because they're small and you could put a bunch of stuff back there and you're good to go. And you don't need, you know, a massive F-150 or even a Ranger at that point. But of course, 2023 being the second year of the Maverick, Ford had to come out with something to spice it up a little bit, right? You know, they don't want it to get stale. So they introduced this. This is the Tremor Maverick. Now, it's not a specific trim option that you can go for. You know, you still have your XL, XLT, and Lariat. This is just an add-on package for XLT and Lariat Maverick. So you can't get it on the XL. But what the Tremor package basically is, it's a $3,000 upgrade on top of, let's say, an XLT or a Lariat. And it gives you Tremor-specific aspects to the Maverick. Let's go ahead and kind of go over that stuff. I want to show you guys all the cool little options that you get. So we're going to start in the rear and work our way back. So what you have first thing you guys are going to notice is this bumper. I mean, look at it. It's definitely different than the regular Maverick. As you guys can see, it definitely has a sort of higher approach angle, if that makes any sense. It's not as low as the Mavericks is, the regular one, I should say, because they know you're going to be off-roading. I mean, that's why you buy the Tremor package, is because you're planning on off-roading your little Maverick, right? So you do get Maverick-specific accents all over, orange accents here. Inside, we'll talk about the sides and then all the rest of the stuff. You do get tow hooks up here, of course. They know that you might, you know, eventually maybe have to pull out some of your friends out of somewhere, or, you know, God forbid, maybe you even get stuck if somebody has a winch. Like if, you know, your friend with the Everglades trim Bronco has their winch up front because it comes standard. They hook it up to that. They pull you right out. You guys are back in action. So yeah. Wheels right there, they're machined aluminum wheels. You do have little cool trim, like right there, Tremor accents. That's pretty cool. All the wheels have it. They're 17-inch wheels with awesome Falcon off-road tires. Basically, these come standard on the Tremor because, again, Ford knows you're going to be off-roading this thing. Now, you do also get different shocks and springs. You guys can see this sits a little bit higher than a normal Maverick, which is to be expected. I mean, you're going to be off-roading it, right? You don't want a low vehicle when you're off-roading. You don't want to bottom out. But coming around here, we do have the Lariat specific, or not just Lariat specific, but the Tremor orange specific sort of Lariat badging. And I should mention, this is a 23 Lariat Maverick with the Tremor package. It doesn't have the full-on Tremor package, which we'll talk about in a second, but it does have the $3,000 one. You get Tremor badges back here. Again, the wheels. You have the shocks back there. The shocks do say Tremor on them a little bit lower, which is pretty cool. Coming around the rear, you do get, of course, Tremor specific badge back there, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's awesome that it sort of, Ford kind of basically tells you what it is with every aspect. It's got badges all over. But something you guys can't see is the twin clutch rear drive unit with an electronic rear diff locking system. So it's pretty cool that Ford gives you a diff lock on a little mini truck like this. Typically these are all, you know, most of them are front wheel drive. You can opt in all wheel drive, but most of them are front wheel drive. This one, because it's a Tremor, comes standard with the 4-wheel drive system. Of course, I mean, you're gonna be off-roading it, you don't want front wheel drive, so you do have rear diff locking. That's pretty cool. Ford does give you a little bit more stuff to it. You know, it's a really cool little trim package. But we also have to talk about sort of the more expensive version of the Tremor package. So as I said, this one is $3,000 for that. But if you pay $4,500, $4,500, so about $1,500 more, you can get a black body graphic, which is the hood and then the lower body cladding. They're basically in carbonized gray. So like right here, it would be in like carbonized gray. A little bit down there, this thing right here would be carbonized gray. And then of course, if you do get a Lariat they are specific only to this layer, this trim right here, not the upgraded Tremor, but these two things I'm about to mention. So on the Lariat Tremor upgraded package, you do get carbonized gray door handles, so these would be carbonized gray, and then the mirror caps would be carbonized gray, which I'm not too sure if I like that. I mean, I guess that'd be kind of cool, but this color on this thing is also a new color for 23. This is Avalanche Gray. So if you guys are like, wait a minute, that color's so familiar, this was the launch color for the second generation Raptor in 2017, and unfortunately Ford only kept it for 1 year and then they killed it, which is weird. I don't know why they do that. They bring colors back, they kill them after a year, bring them back like 5 years later, and I don't know. Ford does things that confuse me. But regardless, let's move on to the inside, because there is also Tremor specific stuff in there. So of course, most Mavericks do have this blue style of interior, which I kind of like. I think it's pretty cool. But because you get the Tremor, you do get Tremor specific seats, and because it's a Lariat, they are leather. Now you do get leather. This is black onyx. That's what Ford calls it. It's basically just black leather with awesome orange stitching to represent the Tremor. You do have Tremor badging right there. That's pretty cool. But getting inside of it, I kind of wish that they had continued this Tremor thing more instead of just on the seats, because it looks a little weird. It kind of looks like you took Tremor seats out of a Tremor and put them in your Lariat Maverick, but if that makes any sense. But I kind of wish they had changed the steering wheel, kind of put some orange stitching on it, because this one just has regular stitching. But regardless, it is pretty cool in here. And again, this is not an expensive truck, so you're not going to be spending, you know, 30-40 grand. I mean, depending on how you option, you might get close to 30, but not anywhere near like where the Tremor F-150 and them are. But to fire it up, because it is a Lariat, foot on the brake, start button down here. Now, of course, you guys do hear that little 2-liter turbocharged EcoBoost 4-cylinder. That is pretty good. It's a good motor. I mean, it's very peppy. It's not fast by any means. I mean, it's only a 2-liter 4-cylinder, but it is very peppy. It's really good. And because this is a Lariat, of course, it comes with all of your basically lane keeping, like sort of radar distance control. So you have cruise control with lane centering assist and adaptive cruise, which is pretty cool. Because it is a Lariat, of course, it's fully optioned. Down here is where it's also kind of cool. You do get these options. You get a little Tremor badge next to your drive mode selector. You click that, and up there you guys can see it brings in, you can pick tow haul, slippery, mud ruts, and then sand, of course. So that's pretty cool that it throws in a little bit of aspect of like the Raptor. I mean, it's not as crazy, but it's in there. And then of course, here's your rear diff forward drive locking system. You click that, it'll show you up there. You can lock the diffs here. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I really am a fan of this little mini truck. I've always been a fan of the Maverick. I've always said that I like this truck, and this Tremor package is really cool. The fact that you can also get this on the XLT is really cool, because it'll basically just become a little fun truck, if that makes any sense. You could take it off-road, you go drive wherever you want, you know, go off-roading with your friends, just to mess around, go camping. Absolutely cool. I really do like that Ford included this. It's an option. I mean, some of you may be like $3,000 a little bit too much. But when you start factoring in, like if you were to do all this yourself, like aftermarket parts and all that, with wheels, tires, you know, lift kit and all that, you're probably gonna be around the same price. So the fact you could buy this from Ford and it comes with a warranty is pretty cool. I really like that. But let me know down below, you guys, what do you guys think about the Tremor Maverick? Do you guys think that this thing is cool? Do you think that they should have made this sort of a trim on its own of the Maverick, kind of like how it was a trim on the F-150? Now it's sort of a package again, but it used to be a trim on the F-150 where it was like it's slotted between, I think, a Lariat and like, was it between a King Ranch and a Lariat? It might have been somewhere before. Actually, it was, yeah, it was right around there. That's pretty cool. I kind of wish they had done that with this one and kind of just did a little bit more. I mean, yeah, the price would go up, but I kind of wish they did kind of like make it a little bit nicer, maybe put like, you know, some stitching around here or whatnot. But I understand why they didn't. This is the little mini cheap truck, and it does still serve that purpose. But that's pretty cool that they actually created this for the Maverick, and they didn't just leave it as it was. But let me know down below, you guys. Let me know what you think about the Tremor Maverick. Is this something you would buy, or do you still think that the Maverick is just whatever? I like it. I probably, if I was buying a Maverick, I'd probably go for the Tremor package, because it's, why not, right? It makes it cool. It's different than any other Maverick on the road. So let me know down below, you guys. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.